Hello there, Sir from 17 once again, introducing you to my Devil May Cry 3 HD Dante Must Die difficulty video walkthrough. This is mission 7, a chance meeting, and this is probably the first really challenging mission of the game. And the reason that it's difficult is because it's long, and it has Virgil as a boss fight, and if you don't know how to fight Virgil, he can kick your ass really quick. And even when you know how to fight Virgil, he can kick your ass pretty quick, so yeah, you've got to be careful with him, but the mission is really long and there is a lot of challenging fights. And if you're on here, on any other difficulty, it's not too bad, but on this one, there's a couple fights that are really going to test you. The main culprits are the ones that involve the greeds, the guys that spawn enemies. Because anything that spawns enemies, not only is it like a little tank, but the enemies it spawns are generally just as big a nuisance as the enemy that's doing it, so just be aware of it. But this is your first introduction to the chess pieces, which are an enemy on this game, and on Dante Must Die, they're really aggressive, but luckily enough, they're the easiest enemy on the game to jump cancel. Some of them aren't, like the knight who's attacking me now. He's a bastard, he's a pain in the ass, and he's probably going to hurt you more than any of the pieces, except perhaps the queen on the chessboard, because she's a bitch. But all you have to do is pick up the Orihalcon piece, or fragment, and then you can leave this room. You do not have to fight this enemy, but I wanted to do some jump cancelling because I'm just like that. And the aerial cross jump cancel with the Agni and Rudra is a really powerful move, but the timing on it is awkward as fuck because the jump cannot be too high or you will not be able to cancel it. It's awkward as shit. But this dude's devil triggered, so thus he's going to take 20 minutes to die like everything on this difficulty does. Oh, there we go, there's the timing. Perfect height, perfect hit. I like it. But just pick up the piece and leave, and then climb all the way back up. Excuse me. Funny story there. You'll notice I like to stinger my way through doorways. Essentially, I tried to do that then, but because there's an enemy to lock onto, it does not stinger the direction you're facing, it stingers towards the closest enemy, so that's why I went back on myself, if you're wondering. And there is a pattern to these bounce pads. It's one of those that you just have to learn, but watch the video enough times, I'm sure you'll get it down. It's nice and simple, and then we can continue upwards the way we were coming before. And what's going to happen is when we go through the next doorway after I've made a mockery of this jump, because it's fucking awkward as shit with this weird camera. Once I go through the next room, there's going to be a lot of chess pieces, and what you want to do is you want to hoard the chess pieces together, and you want to do a devil trigger explosion to get the most orbs and the most stylish points from them. I don't think I do the best job of this, because the chess pieces on this difficulty move really fast, and I wasn't expecting that. They attack faster, they move faster, they're just more aggressive in almost every way, so what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get the pawns to come close to the knights, because the knights are the ones you want to kill. The knights are nuisances. The pawns are not too bad. But there we go, and lo and behold, both of the knights survive and devil trigger, which is really awkward, because they're hard to jump cancel and they do a lot of damage. So, if you don't want to do this fight, you can oh, that was sloppy. You can completely skip it by just going to the doorway on the left. But I do enjoy doing the fights, because you do get better the more you fight an enemy. It's just the chess pieces, they're not the most fun to fight, because like the knights are nuisances. The mages are, I do believe they're probably maybe the rook. I've never really contemplated what they are actually. Yeah, probably a rook. And I'm completely mind farting on the name of that piece aside from rook, who can move diagonally. Bishop, there we go. The bishops are the guys I think that do the fire attack and they can heal each other. But this is the heavy combat room. You'll notice that the red on the door means we can't skip it, and what will happen is as soon as you go towards the altar, it's going to spawn 2 greeds. And the greeds, the general rule is if you do 7 jump cancelled Stinger Bees with Beowulf on each of them, and then you release the Devil Trigger Explosion, it'll kill them both. But I didn't know that at this moment in time, so I just jump cancel the aerial crosses and I do a quick real impact. And the only attack that they have that's worth mentioning is when they swing the coffin thing 3 times. Aside from that, they're really simple. Where the difficulty comes in is when they start spawning enemies. You'll notice they're just spawning the basic sins. I do not have any problem with the normal sins. As soon as the lusts turn up, that's when shit starts kicking off. But focus on the spawning guys, and as soon as you kill the spawner, there's going to be 2 more that'll turn up. And this is a fight where I do really well for most of this fight, and then as soon as I get bored, I start getting hurt. Because devil triggered enemies take far too long to die, and they're just not fun to fight. And if you do think it's fun to fight them, you're going to love this difficulty. If you don't, you're going to hate it. It's that simple. As I try and do a buffer move and it misses, and then I get hit on my way down, which is just really, really lazy of me. And look at that, the guy survived it. He has so much life. So crazy. But jump cancel, aerial crosses, or stinger bees. The stinger bee is much easier to do than this one. I'm just going on an Agni and Rudra kick. I should jump away or I'm going to get hit. There we go. And then a bit of cleaner hand shots to stun some people. And then hopefully this guy will die. Real impact on him. Still not dead. Jesus Christ. Do you see that? That means the next set of enemies have already spawned. So this guy needs to die. And I should be doing... There you go. Stinger bees. There's the Devil Trigger release. I'm still in Devil Trigger hitting him. And there's that other guy that still hasn't died. Who's Devil Triggered. And I think there should be one more to my right. Well, I'm completely ignoring because I'm thinking that it's over and there's just these enemies to kill, but it's not. There's another one of the enemy spawners, and I've completely blanked on him. But I should see him in a moment. Maybe not. We'll soon find out. But you might be wondering why the enemies are blocking for me and they're not blocking for you. That's because it's Dante Must Die. On the other difficulties, the enemies very rarely block. Also, you may notice sometimes that the enemies back up. What that's about is if you kill a bunch of their buddies pretty quickly, or if you just kill, you know, a whole bunch of them, the rest of the group will start to get a little bit intimidated by you, so they'll start to go all cowardly. It doesn't last long though, so do not rely on it as a strategy because it doesn't work. But now there's just this guy, as soon as he dies, the fight is over. And that wasn't as messy as I remember it, but you're going to be coming back through this room and there's another fight in it, and it involves a Hell Vanguard. And the Hell Vanguard is the boss you took on Mission 2. So if you remember I said get used to fighting those dudes, well, we're going to have to fight one. So just get ready for that. And before anybody points out that that's a Rebellion combo statue, I thought it was for Agni and Rudra. And because I was doing the recording run, I decided to ignore it. Don't ask me why. But that's the end of the first part. I will see you in the next section. You take care now.